Well, I have spent the last 2 days making varying responses to the cowardly scrubs who have been making their rounds on various platforms trying to disparage and minimize the career, legacy, and accomplishments of the great Kobe Bryant. Now, we have come to expect this kind of bummish antics by the usual suspects, like Stephen A. Smith and Gilbert Arenas. But most recently, 2 former Kobe supporters and allies have now also forsaken him at the behest of the Clutch Sports edicts to tank Kobe's legacy, all for the glorification of the Fraud King's massive ego. Yes, Tracy McGrady and Dwayne Wade have now moved to the dark side, and I will tag both of those videos on the end screen at the conclusion of this video, but I have just been stewing on Wade's pitiful assertion that Pau Gasol was the rightful MVP of the 2010 NBA Finals. I felt like more had to be added to my original video on this topic yesterday, an addendum, if you will. And if you missed it, this is exactly what Wade had to say on the topic.
Last finals that they won, Kobe didn't play well. Kobe didn't shoot the ball well. Actually, everybody thought Pau Gasol should have been MVP. That's how well Pau was playing, and Kobe was playing awful.
And as covered in my previous video, Kobe outscored Gasol and every other player on both teams of that series by 10 full points per game in the series. It got me to thinking, though, how many others can make that claim? So I went back to 1960 and looked through every single NBA Finals series played from that year until this most recent year to find the answer. And there have been exactly 10 such series where an individual player outscored every other player in the entire series by a minimum of 10 points. That would be 10 times out of 65 years, and of the 10 times it's been done, only 7 players have successfully won that series. Wouldn't you know it, all 7 of those individuals went on ultimately to be named Finals MVP. Additionally, there have been 2 and only 2 players who have accomplished the feat more than once. And do I even have to say it? Of course, it's the 2 greatest players ever, Michael Jordan, who did it 3 times, and Kobe Bryant, who did it twice. But it's not like that was the only thing Kobe was doing in that 2010 series, since he also led every player on both teams in assists and steals, and that was while finishing second per game in rebounds during the series. And of the 10 total instances that has occurred since 1964, would you believe Kobe Bryant is the only player who has also led the entire series of players on both teams in assists? He did that twice, in 2009 and 2010. Finally, he also posted the best defensive rating of any player on either team that played a minimum of 13 minutes per game. He did all of that while winning a series against a team that had 3 top 75 players on it, while his own team had not one other top 75 guy besides himself. Not only should we not be talking about someone else deserving the Finals MVP, we should instead be talking about this as one of the greatest Finals performances of all time. Instead, as has become the standard operating procedure, Kobe slandering mandates have been put out by inferior players feeling a little self-conscious about their own inadequacies, and parroted by others who are feeling a little inadequate about their favorite players. Your favorite player wasn't as good as Kobe Bryant. Get over it. And now, unless you might have been living under a rock for the last roughly week or so, the sports world has been ablaze since LeBron James hit the old podcast to whine and cry about how weird and unfair ring culture is.
A ring is a team accomplishment. I don't know where it started. It's just it's a long conversation, especially when it comes to, like, you know.
Now, I usually don't do this, but I wanted to tease that video here as I have heard the outcry from you for an official response to that absurdity. And it is coming. It's coming tomorrow. So make sure you hit that notification button now so you don't miss that, and stay up to date with more from me. Until next time, guys.